Now joined by Roger Waters. Hello. Did you see the imagery that we just had of Julian
I tell you
stepping?
what, I tell you what I have to do, Kristinn, is I have to figure out how to turn my phone off because it's ringing in my ears. Because yes, I was watching it, and yes, I
Yeah.
did see him step off the aeroplane, and yes, I saw him hugging Stella and then hugging John and Gabriel on it before he
Yeah.
disappeared into that door. So let me try and
Yeah.
figure out how to
Well,
turn it off.
you saw it. You saw it. I got you here. What did go through your mind when you were watching it? I mean,
Hang
you've
on,
been
I have
so
to go to
much so
YouTube.
you don't you have to you've been so supportive
Turn it
throughout.
off.
Tell me what
I
went through
can,
your mind?
well, now I can hear you now.
Okay.
Just I dashed into the kitchen with
Yeah.
my iPhone so I could go on listening to the live stream of Julian arriving in Australia. And
Yeah.
suddenly, bugger me, he's getting off the plane, and I'm trying to make my second cup of coffee. And I
Yeah.
managed to, and I got back here into the kitchen,
Yeah.
so I saw the hug with Stella,
Yeah.
and yeah, I'm very emotional. I'm feeling very emotional. And Jeremy was talking before about all the people who've stood outside courthouses and blah and blah and blah. We've all done a
Mm.
little bit. We've all done the best that we could. And up until sort of midnight a couple of days ago, when we heard that he was on a plane, I confess that a lot of us had almost given up hope, but never quite. We
Yeah.
always held on to that tiny. I know you do because we know each other.
Mm.
We're
Yeah.
being so now he's in Australia. Now he gets to open the window and hear the birds and play with the boys and be a family man again and whatever and all of that. And who knows what the future lies. So just this morning, while I was waiting for all of this, read Patrick Lawrence's piece in The Flautist. I recommend it to anybody and everybody to read it because it's a good piece. You know,
Mm.
we need him back at work. I know he needs to get better. He needs to recuperate. He needs to whatever. And I know you've done a wonderful job keeping the organization going while he's been incarcerated. But we need WikiLeaks
I
more than we
totally agree with
ever
you. Yeah.
needed WikiLeaks before. We need it now, brother. All of
Mm.
us. We, the people all over the world, we desperately need the truth to be told to us in the face of all the lies that we get from the empires. So this is a great morning for us here. I'm in
Mm.
England at the moment. I'm only here for like a couple of weeks. I've come for the general election. So
Mm.
I'm working during the general election here in London, and then I'm going to, but I
Mm.
don't want to hog time.
No,
This
I'm fine. I mean, you say on a little bit, Roger. I mean, I'm reflecting back to this battle, and I want to thank you for what you've done. Uh, do you? I mean, I'm remembering the time that you were, and we were outside uh, uh, the Interior Ministry, the Ministry of
the
Truth,
Home
right?
Office,
Sorry.
the Home
Yeah.
Office.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll try not to jump to literary references because they all apply. Orwellian, Kafkaesque, Carolian, whatever you. It's all in the Assange saga,
it
and
is.
and you played the song for Julian. Wish you were here. It was very emotional, but now we have him here.
Yeah. Well, now he is here. But I
Yeah.
tell you who's not here, and now I might get a bit weepy, is John Pilger,
Oh
our
yeah.
brother John Pilger, who stood with me on that day outside the Home Office. We didn't
Mm.
plead with Priti Patel because we didn't want to waste our breath on that awful woman. But we did communicate with the two or 3,000 people who were standing there outside the Home Office on that day in October, what, a couple of years ago. So I know that all of us together helped to keep Julian's story uh, in front of people. And so I'm proud of that. That's one of the things in my life that I'm proud of having been able to help a little bit to do. And going on into the future, obviously, there are other fights to fight, and we fight them. And we fight them united. But we are involved in an existential battle for the soul of the human race. And there is good and evil in this world, and we can identify it. Okay. And that is what Julian, and so can Julian Assange, and he did, but he identified it and he exposed the evil for us. That obviously is why he's been incarcerated in Belmarsh for 4 years, over 4 years, and before that in the Ecuadorian embassy, and blah blah blah. We all know the story. So this is huge. So this moment here today of him hugging Stella, Julian and Stella out in the open air, free, hugging, husband and wife hugging one another. It's a huge, symbolically, it's an enormous moment for all of us all over the world, for we the people, because they represent us, their capacity for love and togetherness, and for empathy for their brothers and sisters all over the world is a huge example to the rest of us of how we must continue to resist and resist and resist and resist the evil empires. So there we are. I've had my little say.
Well, I mean, it's a victory of goodness in this world. I mean, we are both happy with this, and I agree with you. Just imagine Stella and Julian they never hugged before out in the open. They have never been outside together for all these years.
No, I know.
So
what now? How long are they going to have to be in that miserable? It's not miserable, in that happy building, filling out forms. Can they just go home?
Well, I hope that, I mean, Julian is traveling with two ambassadors, a former prime minister. I hope that they're not going to get a lot of time spending on filling forms and answering questions. What's the purpose of your visit? Things like that. So they are going to head out to a press conference, which we are planned to stream live and hear more from them. And after that, in a few hours, they drive into the countryside and which I think is what Julian wants, to be able to step outside in the countryside, in the bush area, by the beach, and just breathe in the fresh air of freedom.
Perfect. Well, I won't take up any more of your time. Thank you.
Okay, well, thank you so much for being on our live stream, Roger, and thanks for everything you've done in the past. Kristinn. Thank you so much.